A very good morning from Nantwich Swimming Pool. It's been a while since we did one of these videos, back in May I think it was, when we were up at Macclesfield Leisure Centre. So we thought it was time to do a little bit of an update on Nantwich Pool, because last time we were here it was a building site and I think they were wheeling all of the kit in through the window over there to get into the gym. So we'll show you where we're up to. It's not quite finished yet, we're into the snagging phase. We're hoping that's going to be finished around the middle of November, and then maybe just a couple more weeks of tidying up, then we'll have some sort of official opening, which maybe ties in with the new trust launch as well, which we'll explain more about as we go around. But we're going to go inside fairly quickly because it is very cold out here this morning. I just wanted to point something out while we're here on the video though. The door here, I've been working here a couple of days and we've seen everybody coming in through this door. It's not the entrance. There is going to be a great big entrance sign up here in the next couple of weeks, so go the other side of the red wall and into the shiny new automatic doors, and that's how you get in. It is quite funny to watch everyone coming in the wrong way though. There we go, bit of warmth. So our new reception, still quite a bit of work to do tidying up, because we've obviously had to move things a few times throughout the project, so some new cupboards to go in at the back, but hopefully a lot more accessible opening, more welcoming than it was before. Things like display screens up there, so latest news information, offers, promotions, opening times can all be updated instead of the old-fashioned notice board. You'll notice that most of the signage is around the Everybody brand as well, and again that's to do with the trust that we'll talk about a bit later on. The other thing you're going to notice when we relaunch, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, is that we're going for a bit of a self-service approach at Nantwich. Still going to have your receptionist there, don't worry, but those people who are members will be able to come straight through the barriers. So if you've got an Everybody membership to use the gym, for example, it's hard to explain without it being here, but there'll be a self-service kiosk here. You'll scan your membership card and that will activate your membership card to let you walk straight through these turnstiles. So you'll scan your card on the reader there. If you come through as a casual user, you'll get a barcode ticket as well, and that then activates the turnstiles. So all funky and high tech. First place we're going to go fairly quickly is into the changing rooms, because, well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning and nobody's in yet. That's why we've had to come in early. Otherwise, well, we wouldn't be able to film in here because we'd get shouted at. So this is the new changing corridor, and it's a slightly unusual approach to the changing rooms in that it's not quite a changing village, but it is a flexible changing room. Now normally what you'll find is when you come down the corridor, you'll see these screens. One of them's off at the moment, I'll have a look at that. The screens tell you what the changing rooms are being used for today, and under normal use the red zone will be female, blue zone will be male, and the green zone will be family and the gym users. But that may change, particularly during the day when the schools are in. So when the schools are using the swimming pool and there's no public swimming, the changing rooms may get allocated to a specific school, and that's what the sign will say up there. If that's the case, then you come in and use the green zone. So we'll have a look at that one first. So the changing rooms, as we probably looked at quite a few months ago now, they've all gone into cubicles, so everybody needs to get changed behind the cubicles really for privacy. Much more space than we had before, much brighter, easy to see, modern looking, much bigger lockers, sort of new lockers as well, including some double-sized lockers for getting all your kit into. Absolutely loads of room in there, particularly for the families. And I can never remember which ones, but with the changing cubicles as well, we've got a mixture of sort of normal single-sized changing cubicles and then the family-sized ones as well. I don't know if that is one of them or if I'm making that up, but definitely somewhere in here we've got some of the oversized cubicles. But I do need to keep emphasising, need to get changed in the cubicles, otherwise you might get a bit embarrassed. Same with the showers. So all the showers behind cubicles, brand new showers. We know there have been a few issues with water pressure, but that's because it's still a building site. Not as exciting, but toilets as well. Again, all new fixtures, fittings, looking very nice indeed. So that's the green zone. When you come out to the green zone, It's probably the most complicated bit, to be fair. You then need to pick one of the changing rooms to walk through, and obviously you're going to have to do that based on whether you're male or female. We're going to have a look in the... We're not going to get in the way of the cleaning. We'll go in the red zone for now. They're both pretty much the same either side. We'll show you warts and all as well, so you can see here that this is the reason why we're not quite finished yet, so there is a bit of snagging to be done. And that happens in any major building project. You know, things break during the project or aren't quite right, so we're going to have to come back and just tweak a few things. And you'll see that some of the lockers, some issues with the lockers already, but there is a plan over the next few weeks to get those all sorted. You can see one of the bigger changing rooms there as well. So other than the slightly different arrangement with the colours, you know, it is a normal swimming change room. Get yourselves changed, put your stuff in one of the nice new big lockers. Loads of lockers available now. Wander through, make sure you get a shower before you swim because it's all hygienic and keeps the pool nice and fresh. Now with the showers, we've got a mixture of open showers and those behind cubicles, and as you'll see the signs everywhere, if you're using the open showers, you need to keep your costumes on. And then we're on to poolside. Pretty much where you were before, almost. In fact, you can see the other doors that have now been covered up. It's essentially the same. So when you get back out to the pool again, make sure you have a look at which changing room you're going through. You can't really miss the coloured tiling around each door. So it's very obvious that that's the red zone, signs there. Blue zone's just right down in the corner. So make sure you remember which changing room you came out of, which colour it was, and try your best to go back through the same one. That said, if you don't, everyone's changing behind a cubicle anyway, so it shouldn't be a huge disaster if you do get that wrong. I'll have a quick look in here as well. This is something we lacked before, and one of the reasons for the whole project started in the first place is the disabled changing facilities. So we've now got 2 dedicated areas that are sort of wet rooms, fully accessible showers, toilets, and plenty of space. So we've got one here and then one on the opposite side of the corridor. And that's... got some very keen swimmers here already. You can probably hear them up in reception. So that's the changing rooms. We're back now into the reception area, and a couple of things to point out while we're here. There's a meeting room here as well that... It's not a very big room, but it's going to be used to things like gym instructor programs. So if you want to talk in private to your instructor to get a new program, if you need to have a quiet chat with one of the management team, then there's a small flexible meeting space there. We've got a much bigger room to look at later on as well. And here's the gym. I've probably not been to for a few weeks now. Still some finishing touches to go in here as well. So the furniture's only temporary. It's not going to stay like that. I'm determined to get rid of the old file cabinet as well. It's a relic from before the refurb. Get a new one. We've got some more kit to come as well for the gym. What we wanted to do was just see how things worked when we reopened, see how much space there was. We didn't want to go down the route of absolutely cramming it with kits that we might not necessarily need. So doing it this way, we've spent a few weeks gathering feedback from the customers, had a look at what's missing, and then that is literally on its way at the moment. So I think, let's try and remember now, I think there's another treadmill on the way. There's the Matrix functional trainer, which is a great bit of kit. You do about 40 different workouts on there. I think there's another bike coming, a couple of crank cycles, and some of the Matrix My Rides as well. And the free weights area is going to be developed as well, so there's things just like one bench at the moment. So more have been ordered to add to this area as well. And then obviously just a few extra finishing touches. But that's the gym. Extremely popular already. Off the top of my head, I think it's about 300 new members since the new kit went in. And that's before we've even officially opened it, so that's really good news. And we'll wander up here, just so you can get your bearings a bit now as well, from where we were in the old building. This is one of the areas that hasn't changed as much, and it's the old viewing area. So you'll notice we're coming up this bright red ramp now. They've all gone quiet because we're filming. They weren't quiet a few minutes ago, I can promise that. So it's the old viewing area, pretty much as it was before. Slightly nicer flooring gone in, redecorated. Some new furniture coming unpromised as well, so the old white patio chairs will go eventually. And you can look in the pool again. So we're back in the old bit now. Hopefully you can all see where we are. Management office is over here, won't go in there because they probably won't appreciate it. And then we've got the studio, which is locked, so we can't go in there at the moment. We'll try and get a look in there later on, but the studio's the new bit that's been bolted on, so it's going to be for fitness classes. I'm told that there's a really good fitness class program coming soon. Meeting room space, parties, training courses, all sorts of things we haven't been able to do at Nantwich Pool before. The reason it's not opened yet is the ceiling wasn't quite high enough, so we've had to make the ceiling higher in there. Otherwise we'd have been really limited on the classes that could take place in the studio. So it's again part of the snag, and something that we didn't pick up on until we'd finished the build really. So that's been fixed. Hopefully next week that'll reopen again, and you can get your new class programme started. And there we go, back at reception. And we'll head back outside again just to wake me up. Just a point you'll notice as well, when you come back out of the building, if you walk all the way over to the right hand side and avoid the sensor up there, you'll notice the doors open a lot quicker. It's a safety feature to stop people getting trapped. So if I walk straight at this sensor, it's going to assume that I'm going to get trapped in the door, so it won't open. So going slowly. So they're not broken, it is intentional. So make sure you walk straight for the door that you want to walk out of, otherwise you'll be waiting for a while. Okay, you can sort of see into the studio there. It's probably not light enough on the camera, but that is the studio. The only other finishing touches outside, you're not going to be able to see this because it is way too dark. But we've still got some landscaping to be done as well. So the grassed area out to the front needs to be done. Got a nice shiny new sign so you can't miss the entrance as well. We've already mentioned one on the grass there. Some finishing touches on the floor as well and down the side. And then we'll be pretty much done. So probably towards the end of November, maybe early December, we'll have a look at some sort of official reopening event, and obviously that'll be posted all over the website and on Facebook. So keep an eye on www.everybody.org.uk for the latest, and we'll see you soon.